let's talk about astral traveling. I'm so excited to talk about this. I'm not even going to lie. So, astral traveling, that is when your consciousness leaves your body. And it's actually quite interesting because it is a quantum concept, and I'm not going to get into the quantum talk because it can be a little high level, especially if you're not technical. It's kind of like, huh? So, astral traveling. Every time you go to sleep, your consciousness leaves your body. Now, there are times like when you wake up and you're like, whoa, I know I went somewhere else. There are also times like sleep paralysis when you're awake but you can't move. So these are things that happen a lot of times when your consciousness is like not all the way back into your body. So it's nothing to be scared about. It just happens. A lot of us aren't even aware that we're doing it. Now, what I want to talk about with astral traveling is that one, we're all capable of it. Every single human on this earth that has a brain and has a soul, which I believe everyone has a soul, everybody. Now, whether they choose to tap into that, that's a whole nother conversation. I don't really want to go there because we have duality. A lot of people believe in duality. So, before I get off on a tangent, everyone has the capability to astral travel, but not everyone is conscious about how they do it and why they do it. So, astral traveling means bilocating. It means traveling to a different place while your body is in the here and now. So, basically your consciousness, meaning like I like to say the soul. That's how I like to describe it. However, it could be like your mind is somewhere else, but your body is here. And I know all of us have had that moment where you space out. When you space out, your consciousness is going somewhere else. You are somewhere else, but your body is here. So, there is a beautiful way to travel places while being present in your body. Yes, I said it. You can be present in your body while your consciousness goes wherever it goes. It doesn't even have to be like hours long. It can be 5 minutes. And then as you practice and go on, it could be hours. So, where have I gone? Love that question. Let me answer it for you. I have gone anywhere. Everywhere, places that you would never expect. And how I started was really getting in touch with chakras. And what do I mean by chakras? I mean, you can look it up on Google. There's the standard 7, our root, our sacral, our solar plexus, our heart, our throat, our third eye, and our crown. Those are the 7. Then there's an 8th one. Then there's a 9th one, and a 10th one, and 11, and 12, all the way up to 42, and then all the way down. Yeah, down into earth, multiple chakras. So I usually go in that system. I am in touch with every chakra, and I got to know myself that way. So when I meditate, it's with intention. I meditate and I go somewhere. And sometimes the biggest challenge is to stay in my body, because growing up, if I didn't want to be somewhere, I was like, whoop, went somewhere else. I was over in La La Land, kind of like SpongeBob in that episode where he's like in a box and then the box, becomes like this whole other land. That's exactly what would happen when I was younger. I would like shoot out of my body, disassociate, and who knows where I went. So, anytime you do that, anytime you astral travel, you also have to realize that you're opening yourself up to other energies. And that's nothing to be afraid of, especially because I'm going to tell you how to do it in a safe way. So, starting with your chakra system is probably the best way to do it. Also, to pair with YouTube, I can drop some specific channels that I truly enjoy. Any one of my meditations is in astral travel. I know I've put a couple meditations on there. Basically, anytime you take the time to sit with yourself, I like to call it meditation, but you just let yourself float somewhere else, but you remain connected and grounded into earth. You are astral traveling every single time. Every single time. And so if you want to get in touch with who you are, accept that that's what you're going to do, that that's what you're going to practice, and get real about it. I want to know, I intend for this astral travel, for example, I intend for this meditation, which I know it's going to be an astral travel, I intend to understand what's holding me back in this moment. And then let go. Connect into Mother Earth. Move through your chakra system all the way up. Connect to Source, God, the universe, whatever name you want to call it. Maybe it has no name to you. Feel that energy in your body. And then another tool that I love to utilize to put up protection is that I work with Archangel Metatron. Him and Archangel Sandalphon are the only two angels that walked in earthly existence. And they are here to work with us. They're here to guide us. And one thing is Merkaba, the Merkaba field. Look it up. It's two triangles, like from the above, so basically connected into source, that comes through your heart space, and then another triangle connected below into Mother Earth, spinning opposite ways, opposite directions, and that is your field. That is your spaceship on traveling into wherever you're going, wherever your consciousness goes. That is your protection, your spaceship, your cloak, if you want to call it a cloak. That is how you protect yourself. Call on Archangel Metatron. But also Michael came up, so I was about to say Michael. He wants to say hello. Archangel Michael is blue light for most people, but might not be. It's like electric blue. And he is also used for protection. And so call on him too. Say, all you have to ask is, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, will you please step forward? And just wait until you feel their presence. Wait. See if, how you feel with that presence. You might be a little freaked out and then you don't want to do it, and that's okay. But you continue to ask, and every single time you try, you feel that energy. And if at some point you recognize, oh yeah, this is exactly what that feels like, then you connect, you let them in. And you ask Metatron to set up Metatron's cube, to set up your Merkaba, feel it in your body. You ask Archangel Michael to put up a protection bubble around you if you need extra, or to protect your space, protect your body. That's what they're there for. And then you trust, you let go, and you trust. You put on that song before you even start. You put on that YouTube video, and you just allow your consciousness to float. You allow your consciousness to move along with that video, with that song, and trust that wherever you're being led is where you needed to go. And then once you become more practiced and you start to understand, like, oh yeah, I can go here really easily, like I can meditate for 2 minutes and go, then that's when you start exploring other things. You go higher than your body. You go up to 13 to your higher self, and you explore that chakra. You go all the way up to 39, which is source, and then you go up to 42. And 42 is, I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure that one out. But you go down into earth and go into her 13 layers. And you start to get to know yourself deeper. You start to explore who you are outside of this body, outside of this vessel. You start to understand your past lives. You start to understand your ancestors. And you become unafraid and unstoppable. And I just got chills as I was talking about that, because that's what we have come here to do. We are a bridge for our own soul. We're the bridge. We're in the here and now, and we get to talk to our past selves, our past journeys, our innermost being, to live out the purpose that we have here now. And maybe our purpose is just to figure out who we are, because not many people try to do that. In fact, we live in a world where getting away from ourselves is pushed on us every day. It's called consumerism. It's called marketing. And so the more we get in touch with ourselves, the more rebellious we become. The more we inspire other people to do the same thing, to figure out who they are. And when you astral travel, you see a whole entire different world, different existence where time does not even exist. And you get to bring that knowledge back. You are the vessel for that. And you can choose to share it or not. That is up to you. There are so many things that if I meet another person that knows about astral traveling, we could talk all the time. We could talk about the Palladians, the Syrians, the Venusians. We can talk about going up to the moon, going to the sun, talking to goddesses, gods, if you believe in that, or ancestors, everything. We can talk about everything all day long. In fact, my favorite thing to talk about is deep things. So if you find me out in the wild, out in life, and you're like, let's talk about astral traveling, that's one way to keep me talking in a conversation. And so if you're just starting, know that it's possible to go wherever you want to go. It's possible to find the things that you've lost by bilocating, and it's possible to understand who you are outside of this moment right here, right now. And you can trust that your higher self, which is you, it's you, it's just the version of you that believes in themselves, that doesn't have any limits, and that really wants you to be those things for yourself. That's your higher self. So with all of that said, they're the ones guiding you and will not share anything with you that you're not ready for. You might be like, oh yeah, I'm ready to get $1 million. And then your higher self knows, no, you're not. You don't even believe you're worth that. So why would I share that with you? It's literally how it goes. So just trust. When you astral travel, and those that it comes naturally, because maybe your childhood wasn't like the most loving thing. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but you found yourself dipping out of your consciousness a lot. That means you already have a connection there, but maybe it's time to filter that a little bit. Maybe it's time to not let yourself at all times be drained by whatever decides to come through. Maybe it's time to take control of that and to know that you only do things that you want to do, that you made the decision to do. And then you bring back that knowledge and you share it or you don't. But you become all the wiser for it. And so that's what I got for astral traveling. If you want to learn how to do it, I can just send me a message and I'll create a astral video for you, an astral meditation for you. And that offer will not be online for too much longer because that takes a lot of energy for me. So this is something that if you made it this far and you are like, I want to go here, well, drop a comment. and then I'll make you one. So if you have any other questions, just shoot them over.